This is the CHRILLCAST. I'm Chris.
And I'm thirsty.
And I caught him off guard while he was drinking to start this podcast. What's today, Will?
Today is a manic Monday.
And we're gonna
Apparently I can't whisper anymore because OBS cuts it off.
New processing, guys. We're trying not to have to do a bunch of post-processing tricks anymore. So today
We're being lazy or more efficient, depending on how you want to look at it.
I'm an engineer. It's efficiency. All right. SteamPal is a Nintendo Switch-like product that is being heavily rumored in the betas of the Steam store based on some of the code that people have been able to sift through. It's expected to be SteamPal is just the code name right now. Nobody knows for sure what they'll call it, but I see somebody took the PayPal logo and put the Steam logo in front of it. SteamPal. It's like PayPal with Steam. No, that's definitely not what it's gonna
It's going to be steampunk. I would buy that. It was called steampunk.
That's not a bad idea. The Steam portable, Steam mobile, I don't know, whatever I end up calling it, Steam Link 2, I don't know, whatever. But based upon the recent update to the Steam client on PCs, Valve is going to be working on something like a Nintendo Switch handheld to use with the PC version of Steam. Most likely it would work like the Vita, remote playing Steam games, but also probably able to house some games directly on the console. So it's like what the Vita for the PS4 is to Steam. More so than the Switch, based on everything I've heard.
I mean, if it has access to all of the Steam games and say it's like is as reliable as the Game Pass is right now, I can see this, and also it's like reasonably priced. I can see this selling really well. Well, actually, I don't know.
PC players aren't really into this, though.
That's exactly where I was going to correct myself on it. But then I was thinking, there's less and less of a distinction between consoles and PC. So maybe there's a lot of crossover where people would really like to play the third-party games, the ones that you don't necessarily need the most powerful machine to play, but they would want to play it, portably.
Yeah, I mean, you would want most of the games to be controller-based, I would think.
Yes.
Any of the ones that you're going to play remotely, like you probably aren't playing The Witcher, even though I've done that.
I played The Witcher, the whole Witcher 3 on
the Switch.
Switch. And although it looked like a 360 game, it was still good. I liked it.
It works. I mean, functionally, that's the important part. It has to be functional, okay? So if you're going to do this Steam Mobile, Steam Pal, whatever you want to call it, if you're going to have this thing, then it has to be functional. So you'd have to either limit what it's able to play or back end it to your PC in your house, right? It would have to have some ability to utilize better hardware, or it would only be limited to a specific set of games in the library. One or the other. Yeah. Unless Steam is seriously getting into cloud gaming, and then we got a whole another concept of cloud gaming that I don't want. But we'll talk about cloud gaming a different day this week, so I'm not going to talk about it today. Who would this sell for? Like, I would probably buy something like this. I don't know if I'd buy this, but I already do a lot of Steam Link play with my iPhone. And if it turned out I could play PC games on a portable device, I'm all for that. Not against
the thing is, like, on paper, it sounds like a great, because there has to be a market for this, but like that market is not me, at least not until I try it, I guess.
So you can try mine when I get one.
Exactly. And it was like the Wii U. It's like, that was not for me. And then I played it at Chris's and I was, this is amazing. I'm going to buy this. And I did it. I think I bought it within the same month.
Yeah. And I actually don't think Valve's intention is to compete directly with Nintendo Switch. I think they're working on something that is a companion to PC gamers. Because the Switch has sold really well amongst PC gamers. They're like, oh, I can get my Nintendo thing on the go, and I can play my games at home on my PC in my basement, or wherever your PC happens to be. But Nintendo Switch is a companion. The Nintendo Switch is so well marketed that it's almost a companion to any other console in your house or any other gaming machine in your house. Like there are people that have a Switch that you would never expect to have a Switch, and it's almost like a non-casual casual system, because people, I mean, it's not like the Wii where it was like full-on casual. The Switch is in every living room, not every living room, lots of living rooms across the world, and it's not just hardcore gamers that have it. No. The Joy-Cons make it really easy to get into Mario Kart 8 Deluxe And you can basically say, okay, I've got two. Okay, 2-player. You buy another set. Now you got 4 players. It's like a non-casual, casual gaming device because it can be casual, but for the most part, it's not. I don't know. Whereas this is for the person who's already in the Steam library, already on PC, already owns games.
Yeah. Well, with like, I realized there's other companies that did this before, like the
GPD. There's
GeForce.
GPD Wind. Oh, you're talking about GeForce Now.
Yeah, but I was just thinking, like, great Game Pass or xCloud has been working, at least for me. I know you're having problems with
I
it.
have had a horrible experience with xCloud.
So it works great on my Android, and like that has really converted me into a believer in cloud gaming. That is a possibility, and also probably the future, honestly. So like something like this is much more appealing to me because of that. Because I don't think you're going to be able to store. I don't think they probably won't have storage for games on it.
Because there's this that already exists, GPD Win. They've made the GPD Win, GPD Win 2, and this is their 3rd iteration of it. It's essentially a Switch. Holy cow! Oh no, that's the. I was like $3 million. What? Nobody's gonna buy this, and then I realized no, it's not. But this is like already what Steam is trying to do is GPD Win 3. It's about $1,000. It's basically a full blown. If you were to marry the Nintendo Switch with the Microsoft Surface,
Okay,
that's what this basically is. So this is like a full-blown PC with serious gaming connected to it. And it's dockable. It's got multiple USB ports in the dock. It's got a serious... it's got all the controls that you have on the Switch. I don't believe the screen is able to come off.
unacceptable.
But it does slide up for a keyboard.
Oh, that looks awesome. Actually, this is the first time I've heard of this. And
this is the 3rd iteration. They've done some really great stuff with the first 2 GPD Wins. And the Win is short for Windows, but also it's a gaming term. Winning. So this is what I picture when I hear SteamPal is this thing. Like this is what I'm expecting.
Pretty cool.
Something high end, plays Steam games, and is very capable of playing AAA titles. So
very cool.
Anything else you want to say?
No, I'm just curious. I'm always hesitant to see a new console on the market just because I feel like it's going to oversaturate and yeah, I'm worried about there being a console crash again.
The biggest difference though is this is with an existing library of games, an existing developer, an existing ecosystem versus a lot of the new consoles coming out don't have an established marketplace. They don't have an established client.
I think they have a much better chance than like Google or Apple or Amazon.
I mean, Apple's working towards doing it too. Apple Arcade's getting pretty big, actually. I forgot to cancel it after the free trial, so I'm part of the Apple Arcade.
You're the reason, Chris. You're the reason why it's canceled.
I did cancel it.
No one's actually playing those games.
Oceanhorn 2, baby. All right. Well, anyways, I don't think it'll compete with the Nintendo Switch, but I don't think it's going to be designed for that. I think it's actually meant to be a companion to what you already have, which is your Steam games on your PC. So that's my thoughts. Anything else?
Nope.
As always, I'm Chris.
And I'm Will.
And we will see you
on next CHRILLCAST. Bye, guys.
Oh, it's so nice hearing CHRILLCAST instead of CHRILLCAST.